Welcome back for another Fetch AI price prediction analysis video, and in this video I will be giving you areas that Fetch AI needs to continue holding above in the next coming hours, and also give you my possible target areas in case we see a pullback. And at the time of this recording, Fetch AI is holding above the 20-day MA here on the 4-hour chart, which is now acting as support for us to continue gearing up. We are also seeing much of a rejection at our key area of resistance at around the $0.39 mark, and there are high chances that since we are seeing much of a rejection over here, we can continue heading further down to our next key area of support at around the $0.33 mark. And as long as you are holding above that, we can still expect another massive push to the upside, breaking above the $0.39 mark and possibly get above the $0.43 mark. Fetch AI has also continued to obey the Elliot structures, and zooming out on the charts to first give you my long-term Elliot analysis before I can focus further on the pullback target areas. You can see that back in 2022, we saw our lows down here at around the $0.0525 mark before we peaked in a 5-wave structure, having the wave 5 giving us a high above the $0.61 mark, completing the formation of these larger Elliott wave count 1. And after seeing the formation of that first wave, we started a corrective structure in the formation of this wave 2, in a move that has now given us a pullback into the minimum target area for the second wave, highlighted on the charts using this red target area, which is an area that we have now fully maximized, and there are high chances that we now have a low in place for this wave 2, and in the next coming weeks or maybe months we can get even more aggressive in the formation of this wave 3, and the minimum target areas for the wave 3 can be given by connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, giving me a minimum target area at the fib level 1.618, and that is above the $1 mark, which is the minimum that we can expect that wave 3 to the upper side to do. And because of the impulsive nature in the formation of this wave 3, I'm also expecting to see a 5-wave structure play out within the wave 3, and you can see that on the charts we now have a high in place for this wave 1, giving us a high above the $0.27 mark. Then we saw a pullback in the formation of this wave 2 into the minimum target area highlighted on the charts using this blue target area. We saw a reaction of the area and saw this aggressive move to the upside in a move that has now given us a high above the $0.4086 mark, which could now be the high for this wave 3, which is a high that has also fully maximized minimum target areas given by the Fibonacci's, connecting the fibs from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and the minimum target area was at around the $0.3807 mark. So that has been fully maximized, giving us a high above the $0.4 mark, and there are chances that in the next coming hours we can now see a bit of a corrective structure in the formation of this wave 4 before we can get aggressive once more in the formation of this wave 5. And what that means is that we are going to see further pullback in the next coming hours into this red target area that I have highlighted on the charts, and the minimum target areas can be given by connecting the Fibonacci's from the low of the wave 2 to that high, and that now gives me a target area between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.3. That is the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.5, and that is between the $0.38287 mark and the 0.3. And there are chances that the moment we get into this red target area, we can find support and then get a reversal to the upper side once more, breaking above resistances. But if by any chance we break out of this red target area to the lower side, and maybe we lose support at around the $0.295 mark, then I will be expecting further pullback on the Fetch AI chart in a move that can give us a retest of the lows, that is the retest of key area of support at around the $0.2561 mark. So that is what we can expect on the worst case scenario in case we lose this red target area to the lower side. And those are my pullback target areas, and that is what I'm expecting on the short term and also on the long term. And I hope to catch you in the next video.